It's the time to get down.
Foot ceilings. It's crisscrossed with railroad tracks for hauling people and equipment. So our hearts go out to these people. There was a blast. And you know what happens usually is they have an explosion. And it takes a commission to figure out what happened.
Right.
They don't know. They never really know what happened. Now, this all happens when we just had a mine collapse in China, right?
That's correct.
It was like 200 people trapped, and they got out 100 and some folks after 5 days.
Oh, 5.
5 days in China. I think it's a different kind of a mine, though. Well, so they just recently had that one. So I don't know. I don't think that's. I don't know. In China, 5 days later, they got 100 some people out.
Wow. Yeah.
Now here they're saying they're dead. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just hope they do everything possible. And like Pamela said, how many fines are you supposed to be able to incur?
You shouldn't be able to rack up
criminal
that many
charges.
type of, you know what I mean?
Criminal.
Pamela, that's
Both ends, it's all
exactly.
wrong. It's all wrong.
Criminal charges should be. So anyway, we wanted to keep you all abreast of that. You know, part of the thing we do is that we look out all over the world for the common man. You know, I'm really funny. You guys will hear me preach often about that us or them thing. I really have problems with that. You know, they want to act like it's us because they're in the same city, but it's them because they're across the ocean. So, you know, I don't believe in that us or them. I believe we all, you know, God's children and sinners.
All human beings.
And I'm just saying, it hurts me when this occurs in West Virginia or when it occurs in China.
Exactly.
But you know, there's another.
It hurts me just the same,
Yep.
no matter what.
It's a different story here on this one, and here's the hard one. We talked about it yesterday. I said, well, everybody knows that the oversight basically is not there, so they're allowed, I guess, under some type of regulation to go up to a certain point of having what they call these violations, but they're not penalized. The other side of it is, if you talk to the people in the town,
It's like 5 strikes you out or something.
it's more than that. They said that they can keep getting penalties over and over, but if they don't hit this regulation has a loophole in it where it can keep accumulating, but they don't have the right. It's some legal fine edge where they don't have the right to shut them down. The other part of it is the people need the jobs because there's no other employment. So who do you stand on what side? If you shut it down, then the town shuts down. If you then try to regulate, it's too late for them to optimize that because who's going to spend for the upgrades? Because it's like starting a whole new business. So what side of the fence do you want to be on?
Well, I suggest that you come up with another kind of industry that's going to sustain the economy there.
I agree.
Until these regulations, these fines, these multiple fines are cut down and managed. That's how I look at it. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to come up with something else.
The problem is,
people are dying of black lung
I like public
and
beatings.
what I'm saying is
Put your head in the stock with your ass all up. Public
tar and feather. Tar and feather.
Katie's, that's what I want.
you guys are
but
wrong.
I mean, all kidding aside, and serious,
All the
you know,
kidding.
I think the government and whoever the councilors are, the city councilors, assembly people, governors, you need to come up and go after another industry to bring them in, have some kind of tax breaks and some type of communities where these people can live and what have you. And I mean, there's examples everywhere.
I agree.
You know, and same thing like in Detroit with all those car businesses and all of the additional businesses that came out of the car industry business, suppliers and what have you. You gotta. I mean, you gotta ask for other businesses to come in.
But you can't revitalize an economy that fast. There's going to be a huge transition because you're talking about.
They had ample time.
Well, no. I'm not saying. No, I agree with you. I think the part that goes away from here is that who is more responsible for the oversight? And they allowed them to continue because I'm pretty sure everybody was aware of at what point do you get to violation 190 and then you say, well, let's keep going, we're at 428 and we'll keep going. Then you say, okay, the people are aware of it, they want the jobs, they want to stay there. So the part is you come to rescue the people, but it's really the people saying don't shut it down. And you don't hear none of the people saying shut it down.
Because let me tell you something, oppressed people, this is the mindset they get in. They willing to take that ass whipping.
Yep.
Oppressed people, they will. As I say, in quote Thomas Jefferson, I say, mankind is more disposed to suffer while the evils are sufferable.
Yep.
Yep.
They mean that you are more, rather than go through the problem of change,
Yep.
you were willing to take shit as long as it's sufferable.
And then that goes right down to the nitty gritty. Even people that are in bad relationships, they don't want the change. They stay and they get abused. It's the same type of thing. Scared of change. So you're right, Victor. What side do you jump on?
Yeah, I can't. I can't
The
answer.
backside.
Mario's going to go there because I agree.
on the backside.
Hey, look, at the point that, I have this rule. I always say it to myself. I say at the point that you get involved in something, it's because it's a reaction, then you're too late. At that point, you need something to come down close to a godlike power to shift and help
There you
these
go.
people.
Let's
And I
pray.
just don't think I can
I was
do it.
about
And
to
I'm
say,
not in the
let's
right
pray.
position to do that because I'm not over there. I just know I'm so sorry about the families and who have lost loved ones. They are struggling, and this may put something, an umbrella and a cloud over them that they don't want, because now they have to have income. They lost their loved ones. While everybody's over here politically fighting, they have to go pay their bills, and you can see it, and you can tell. So I'm not going to run up the argument here and jump on the bandwagon when, of course, our state governing body allowed this to a certain degree because the regulations were there, and they did nothing about it. And I think West Virginia, because it's a coal mining state, so to
Yeah.
speak, survives off of this, and they've been getting hit a lot. This is not the first time, it's not the second. So, my whole thing is just hope the families can rebound in some kind of way and offer get some assistance for them.
What
Yeah,
kind
we
of
hope
insurance
so.
for those people?
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's limited. All right, we're going to go to the next story. We have had some comments, people talking about echo. I just want everybody to know, take a look at the broadcast that we syndicated last night. You'll see there's not any echo. I warned Danny, I said, listen, it mostly has to do also, you guys, with who else you're talking to and the people on the other side of your streams. For example, many of you have multiple windows open, including my own Redbone.
I just filmed light. You guys know I'm sensitive about that.
By that I
Victor's
mean,
horrible lighting.
Vic,
What are you talking
Vic,
about?
Vic,
What?
can we show this?
What do you want to show?
Just show this desktop. Here is an example of a browser with multiple panels.
There
See
you go.
here?
That's
Some of you have video playing in this channel, the other channel on this panel, over here a different chat. And then you wonder why you have echo. Okay, including.
It wasn't a problem before.
Let me tell you something. The earlier echo that was on the show was solved when Danny turned her volume down. Now, what does that have
Mine
to do
is down.
with me? That has nothing. She's not even on her computer's not even on our network for audio because we couldn't even handle that. That's why we don't have. That's why we don't have Uvu. Why do you think you can't talk to us in Uvu?
The rebellion lives,
Because
man.
I can't get y'all to follow these.
It's the rebellion.
I
I'm
can't get
telling you.
Danny to follow instructions. I can't get.
No, of course it's not my fault.
Anyway.
Mario's just, want to blame it on somebody.
I have to.
It's fine with me.
Wait, you know why we do this? Because Danny will sit back and have the argument.
She's
sit
over there sexting.
and
I'm
then
sure
she'll
her
type.
desktop.
She'll type and go like this while after the argument come, and then go like this. Mario goes to a little chatter, and she goes like asshole.
Bite me, Mario. You suck, Mario. Eat me.
I don't see all that stuff.
Read the chat room, Mario. There's a lot
I see
going on
them.
there. You might learn something.
I see them.
You have instructions in the chat room.
Bite me, eat me, beat me,
I'm sorry.
smash
You didn't
me,
mean to. Well, we're
hit me with a
trying to
turquoise
address.
chain.
We're trying to
Hey,
address what's
that's
happening.
all right, baby.
Well,
That's
Mario
all right.
chooses not to address. So the bottom line is, if you have any browsers, please close your other browsers because it may complicate,
There you
compromise
go.
what's going on.
Instruct them.
Yeah.
We recommend
There you
that
go.
you keep one tab on one browser.
Or
Open.
or become
One tab
or
on one browser.
or join the rebellion.
Hey, but
Okay.
but Danny, I did try to do this. If you go to the rooms that we're setting up at PackStereo.tv, theoretically you got everything in one page.
Yeah, well, just so
Or
you know,
Ustream.
exactly at Ustream Pack Stereo. Okay,
And just have one
Emmy
page.
Emmy in the chat room is basically also assisting. Thanks, Emmy. I really
Thank you,
appreciate
Emmy.